Right, Cathy, what are you going to do for us, my lovely?
Well, this hour I want to quickly do 2 demos if I can, so I want to speed through it if I can do. We're going to start with the multi-surface paint, and we're going to do a quick background.
Lovely.
And I just want to show you some that I've already done, and they're just brilliant for then doing your stamping on top of.
When we say the multi-surface paints, then what kind of multi-surfaces will they work on?
Grey board, card, paper, plastic, if you give the plastic a bit of a key.
Didn't we say before, I think pretty much anything apart from, was it tiles and glass?
Yeah,
everything else
pretty
that will
much.
kind of work.
And they're permanent on fabric as well, so if you heat set them with a hot iron or a hot craft gun,
heat tool,
heat tool, it sets it.
Lovely.
And in actual fact, that's why we developed them in the first place, because we started off in fabric and we wanted something specific for that.
Well, this is the thing, what I love about you girls is like you try everything and you want things to be as versatile as possible.
Yeah, we do. So what I've done is I've just... where's my big brush gone? I've just diluted this down, and what I really like about the multi-surface paints is are brilliant for doing like watercolour techniques. So if you want to do some really subtle backgrounds, they're perfect for that, and then you can use them every stage in between, obviously adding less and less water until they're neat. So they really are versatile. So just to create a background, I literally just go on my tile, job done. Job done. Simple, simple. Never waste any, so just keep going until you've used.
Well, this is it. You can do a little factory line here, get them all on go, get them all dry, and then ready to use when you need them.
And if you've put any paint out to use on something else and you've got some left over, just, I mean, you saw I mixed with water, and I did use a spray bottle just to spread it a bit better. And then if you want to get like bleached out effects, when it's just beginning to go a bit shiny, not wet, but more damp, you can flick some water and you get these sort of bleached areas.
So it's almost like kind of resisting, isn't it?
Yes,
not
a
resist
little bit.
But it's a bit like that.
But that is brilliant for then doing my next stage. And what I also do, in fact, this one, I don't know what I'm going to do on this one. This is my favourite piece at the moment. I started off like this, and then actually I've done a second go. So you can build up your layers as well and get some really lovely finishes. But anyway, obviously I can't work on that because it's wet.
No, they need to dry.
Yeah,
just to say as well, if you want the collection, the main collection with Odette and Bewitched and all of that, a third of the extended stock has already gone. There's so much in it, we can't even fit it on the bottom there, so we'll put it on the side. So if you do want to go for that one, a third of the extended dispatch has gone. Sensational Skull, Odette, Bewitched and Harvest Moon, all in that collection. Back to you, lovely Cathy.
So the main bundle sold out already?
Were you not listening?
No, I didn't hear that.
No, did you not hear that? Where were you, Cathy? Where were you? You were too busy beavering.
Really?
Yeah, it's sold out. We're now on a third of the extended stock being gone.
Golly.
People love your stuff, and rightly so.
Oh, well, that's very nice. Thank you very much,
But
everybody.
it must be lovely. I mean, I know I said this morning, but when you design something, because you designed all of these,
I did,
you and Mel in beautiful harmony, when you see cards and things and projects and mixed media bits made with your designs, that must be the joyous satisfaction of seeing it go full circle. It
is. And when we do have sales like that, it is really lovely. Because you never know, and it can be actually quite an anxious, nervous time. You think, oh, have we done it right? And it is personal.
It's a bit like when I was writing books. It's like if somebody reads it and they don't like it, you take it personally. You're like, well, why do you like it? If they say it's nice,
you write books, do you?
I did, yeah.
Oh, did you? What
I
sort of books?
still do, but now and again. But yeah, I had a book. I was the male Jackie Collins for a while.
Were you?
That's what I was called. I was very happy about that. She was my heroine. But yeah, and I've done thrillers and bits and pieces.
Gosh. And you still do?
Yeah, well, I've written one that I think I'm going to have to self-publish the next one because I haven't got a book contract anymore, sadly. But I shall see about this one, but I think I will self-publish it.
Right, so what I've done, I've actually used Distress Oxides because what I want to do is I'm going to spritz it to add a bit of movement and texture. So I'm just sort of doing nice colour washes.
That's gorgeous.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to spritz it with water. Right, now what I want to do is I don't want her face to be dirty. So I'm just going to take some of the pigment out, like that. Now, the longer you leave it, obviously the more it spreads, and you can, if you want it to spread further, you can add a little bit more water. But I want to work on this, so I'm just going to dry it off.
Okay, lovely stuff.
Oops. So you can see these lovely colours are starting to blend and spread, very autumnal, I think. And then what we're going to do is go over the top with Versaclair, just to define the lines. So
Lovely.
we've literally done that first one just to create the movement.
Now, did I just hear in my ear that potentially we may have Harvest Moon back? Oh, we're going to get it back on a little bit of an extended delivery time. So, yes, bear with if you were after that one individually. I thought it was over, but it's not.
Right, this is where a stamping platform with foam feet really comes into its own, because you can just, it doesn't matter if you don't get it bang on, but you want to get it roughly in the right spot.
So you're going over what was there already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
See,
you can,
I think there's a real sort of magic about these images. I mean, they are mystical, because obviously it's the mystical range that we're talking about predominantly here. But I love the fact, I mean, there's a real storybook, fable-ish, fairy tale, Shakespearean, Halloweeny, you know, you name it. It ticks many different boxes.
I think so. And, you know, my background is children's book illustration.
Yes.
I think you can tell that when you look at the
Yeah.
images. But look how beautiful that is with that movement. I mean, it looks, you can feel the wind blowing her hair with this movement of the oxides underneath. It's
Yeah,
so,
even
so
for a
pretty.
static image, it has movement.
Yes.
Yes.
And then what I want to do is I want to use, I love this stamp.
Now,
But-
you were saying this morning, you love this because you can actually manipulate this to the
Yes.
size that you want.
So, I mean, I can go really quite wide and then repeat it, or, you know, just do one. In fact, I might do that.
And
just
this
to be
is
different.
off, this is obviously on the Bewitched stamp set as well.
Yes. I'll do that, and let me just choose my colours. I think I'm going to...
Gorgeous.
Look at that, how pretty is
Gorgeous.
that? And I don't think I'm going to bother doing that, because what I
No.
can do is I can extend with my pens to sort of bring it round
Sort
a
of
bit.
like meld it together
Yes,
almost.
yeah. So, and in actual fact, on here, there's a little I don't know if you can see it, there's a little tiny stamp that is the same as this. So I could actually draw
so you can
and
build
then,
it up
yeah,
if
and
need
build
be.
up. And we always try and put things in like that, just so that you've got real options of extending it, make it go much further.
That's gorgeous. I mean, again, it's those little touches. This is what you did on that fabulous demo this morning. Just those little touches, those fronds, those tendrils around the actual image itself, framing it to perfection.
Yes, and I think if people want to sort of have a try at drawing, but they haven't got the confidence, the main drawing's there, but adding these little bits just can build up your confidence for experimenting
Don't
with
forget,
drawing.
if you want top tips like this, because sadly not every home has a Cathie and Mel on their doorstep, but it's like, if you do want to see more of Cathie and Mel doing their thing, then obviously do go onto the YouTube channel that is Pink Ink Crafts.
Pink Ink
also-
Designs.
Sorry, Pink Ink Designs,
That's
I do
right.
stand corrected. Are you girls like Instagram and things like that as well?
Yes, yeah, we are.
So again, is that Pink Ink Designs
That's
there?
Pink Ink. One is Pink Ink Patterns and Pink Ink Designs UK. We've got two.
Okay.
So can you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to sort of put some colour behind her body to bring her forward.
May I ask you a question?
You may.
It's courtesy of Janie, who has emailed in. She is starting to paint on fabrics.
Yes.
She wants to know, can she use the Stardust powders that we have on the show? I think that we haven't got them on the counter, but they're on the show. Are they not on the website? Have we sold out? They're on the website. Lovely. Can we use those on the fabrics?
No,
No.
because they're not permanent.
Okay.
But if you had the multi-surface paints, you wouldn't need to use them, because they're similar colours, and these have a binder in them,
Okay.
whereas the powders don't have a binder. And if you just add water to them, they're just pigment with water, but you have to have the binder for them to go onto the fabric.
Okay.
And then what I want to do, this again is one of my favourite stamps.
Now, this is the border that comes
It comes from Cherry Blossom, which is the Catkin.
Ah, that's in the Catkins one, which we'll show you in a moment, actually. Myself
Yes.
and Mel will show you those.
And I don't know if people don't know, Catkin is our sister company, and we
Yes.
set this up because I do all the drawing for Pink Ink, but we wanted to set up a company where we invited
Showcase other designers.
other designer, really talented artists that we wanted to work with. And this one is Cherry Blossom, and I think this was Meredith Dillman, this one.
Yes, it was.
And it's
if I
just a
remember rightly.
lovely border, which you can repeat. So this is one I worked with at home, where I spent a bit longer. But can you see, obviously in more intense colours, but just working with a background, the distress oxides to get the movement of the hair and everything, and then work with pigment on the top.
That's fabulous. Now, that is demo number... Oh, you're going to show us more, aren't you?
But before
Do it.
do you mind if I
No, not at all.
because I know that I want to get
I'm
another
never going
demo
to
in.
stem your creativity.
We talked about Catkin, and I just want to go through some of the Catkins which are on the Create and Craft website.
Yes, indeed.
So this is Plume.
Stunning.
Yeah, is this sitting pretty, Mel?
Yes.
Sitting pretty.
No, that's just chilling.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Which actually I drew this one. This is Champignon, which is by Laura. I love this. It's great for pattern building and for putting his backgrounds.
That's kind of like otherworldly,
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I love it. This one is Fairy of the Night. I've forgotten the Mel.
What's that one called?
Hilda. Oh yes, this is Hilda.
Hilda.
Hilda Hare. Picturesque Peacock.
Nice.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Honey and Bees. Yeah, Honey and Bees. Again, lots of pencil work, just black stamped and pencil work.
And these
a
are
little bit
all
of colour.
available on the Catkin Crafts range on the website.
It is, yes. This one is one of our most popular ones, Fibonacci, which is great for backgrounds because again, you know, imagine Bewitched sitting on that with that as the background. It's so pretty. Hummingbird, which we've got on the show.
We have.
Millie.
Wow.
Winds of Change.
This is so gorgeous. Every one.
What's that one, Mel?
What is it? I can't see.
It's the mermaid.
Athena.
Athena.
Isn't she pretty?
Pearl.
Pearl.
No, Pearl. It's Pearl.
Athena's coming out next.
Athena's
the
coming
next one.
soon. Athena's on the way.
Yeah, Sitting Pretty.
That's lovely.
I think this is Autumn Fairy, Winter Fairy, Ammonite. Look at, I mean, this is brilliant for backgrounds. There we go, there's Cherry Blossom, and this is the one that we've just used, but it's great for doing edges. Beautiful Leaves, which is on the counter today, but again, I mean, look at that, just for backgrounds with some birds, how pretty is that?
It is stunning.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
And I've teamed her with Autumn Fairy.
Oh, I like this little sort of family tree.
What's this one, Mel? We've stumped her. She can't
We
remember.
can't have stumped
Can
Mel.
you not see? This
That
one,
never
Mel.
happens. Do we know the name
She's
of that
thinking.
one? It's on the website. We'll
It
find
is
it
on the website.
Don't you
yeah,
worry.
but that's my daughter, that's my son, and that's my husband.
I tell you what, I need. Oh, say that again.
That's my husband.
Husband.
Yeah, he's a bit older than that now, though. That's my daughter, and that's my son.
That's adorable.
He's now 22.
Wow. And how old was he there? About 5?
He was about 4.
Oh, how lovely. Oh, this is gorgeous as well.
Yes, this is our Christmas range, which we just bought out, and they are just stunning.
That is
so this
gorgeous.
is Mother Mary.
That's like your classic sort of like religious iconography.
Yes.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Demo, and I think we're going down the sensational skull route.
We are, but
which pleases me.
Do you mind if I just show this? Now,
Never.
this technique
Never mind.
that I've just shown here and here is the same technique here, except on no background.
Okay.
So that's just straight on the cream, so you can see the different
But
effects.
everyone packs a punch, don't
yes,
they?
and then I've just used Beautiful Leaves here just to bring a bit of foreground.
Just lovely. Now, what are we going to do with our sensational skull?
Sensational skull. How long have I actually got?
You've got 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Probably about 9, if I'm being honest.
We've got, I don't know if you've got this on the website. That's the word.
Do you know what it's called? Not the website. Do you know what the stencil is called?
www.craigcraft.com. Which one is it, Mel? Flowerburst. And it's one of our. We've got beautiful stencils. We have, and yeah, they. So I've just realised I must have a black theme going on. I keep gravitating towards black, don't
I imagine, like any great artist, maybe you have your sort of periods when you go through, like you use, yellow as your predominant colour or black as your predominant colour. So maybe you are just in your black phase at the moment.
Maybe I am. So, I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just think black is such a brilliant carrier colour.
That's just gorgeous.
And what I'm going to do is I don't want to waste this. So what I'm going to do is, on a bit of scrap, spritz with water just to activate the oxides. And we're
7 minutes left, just so you know.
Yeah, and then we're just going to make another background.
Because that pink, you don't want to waste any of that.
No, don't want to waste any at all.
Lovely.
So that would be another great. I mean, I could put the skull on there or something completely different. So that's that.
I love the idea of mixing and matching the skull, because the skull is very pretty, but obviously, I mean, you think, okay, it can also be quite sort of dark or whatever. So I love the idea of like putting that with your florals and things like that to get that contrast.
Yes, I think so. And, it gives you options, doesn't it, as to Yeah, whether it's male or female.
Yes.
So, right, I don't want to go stamping it because you can see how it stamps out. But what I want to show you is how to do the eyes. Now, on the stamp, you get 1, 2, 3, 4. The insides are slightly different.
You've got circular kind of like stamps that are the right size to fit within the eye sockets of the skull.
So you stamp the skull, and then you go on and you stamp the eye. Now the eye is not circular. It's oblong. Is it oblong or oval? Is oblong and oval the same thing?
I think so. Do you know, I doubted myself. Let's say oval.
Right.
Isn't oblong the same thing?
So you'd stamp that one.
I don't think it is, but I'm not sure.
This very same stamp.
Oblong is rectangular. I was going to say that and I thought, I'm not sure. Oval is obviously an oval. Oblong is rectangle.
No, it's not.
It is. And they've been told in my ear, they're Googling, and oblong has straight edges.
No, I don't think it does it?
Okay, you're going to see it in preview. You can't see it at home because we're not allowed to show it, unfortunately. But there you go. That's an oblong, straight edges, yeah?
Straight edges.
It's a rectangular oval, if you like.
Yes,
there you go. Not
okay,
like a rectangle, yeah.
So when you stamp the eyes, so this particular stamp, you stamp it that way, and then you twist it to do the other one. So they fit exactly. So you only need one stamp to do the same eye. And then if you want to do a different, you stamp it and then twist it to do the second one. And then, of course, if you want to then have it dimensional, you can cut your eyes out, and then what we're going to do is you then stick your eyes on behind, and we could and make it 3D. And the way to do that is I've actually stuck these down. Trying to stamp it bang on is quite difficult. So put it on a piece of scrap, draw around and cut it out, and then once you've cut it, just stick that one on, and then just feed it through, and then it's in the right spot.
That makes sense.
Okay. So what I want to do is how long have I got?
About 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
And is this on the Bockingford card?
This is on Bockingford. I never use anything else now other than Bockingford.
This is gorgeous.
So no, I'm not going to stick it down because I know that I'm going to rush it and I'm going to make a mess. So I'm just going to layer it up for everybody to see. So we've got our underneath bit, and then I would use 3D gel glue to do the top one, so it was proud. Then what we can do is we can make, now I was going to put acetate there and I couldn't find any at home, so we'll have to imagine. But this could be a mister with a moustache. Let's move that down a bit. With a moustache, and we can make this dimensional as well, just sort of teasing the card between our fingers.
That's a corking moustache.
Right, and where's my sentiment?
Cathy, for anybody out there who is thinking, I look at the stamps and there's so many stamps and it's like, you're a great artist and Mel's really good at what she does, and it's like, I'm not going to be able to do that. We want to get people confident. Nobody needs to be daunted by these, do they?
No, because you can start really simple. I mean, look, just felt tip pens colouring that in. All the information is there for you to colour, and it's just layering and building. That's all it is. I mean, you don't have to do it dimensional. You could just stamp that out just as is and colour it, cut it out, stick it on a card.
Just go at your own pace.
Yes. Yeah. And we are always asked to, please, can you design men's cards for men? This is the most perfect.
Yeah.
Or what we can do is we can take the extra bits off and we can make it for our lady friends.
See, I love the skull. I love the fact that it's quite almost sort of like androgynous. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
it could be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. And then we can really go to town on our gems as well. So if I want to make this really...
There's a definite kind of like Mexicana Day of the Dead vibe about this one, isn't it? Because it's very celebratory. We've literally got about a minute and a half left on the show. Mel, come on in, you lovely lady. For anybody who's still... I mean, I know I've had Cathy's take on it, but have you got anything to echo there as well to see why people should go for this particular item?
I just like the decorativeness of it, and I think it's, as we said earlier, it's a soft
It's a
Halloween.
pretty Halloween, isn't it?
It's a pretty Halloween, and I think for anybody who doesn't like the grisly sort of side of things, it's just a nice way of being part of it.
It's dark, yet it's deliciously dark, isn't it?
Exactly.
I think as well, I mean, let's talk about a couple of samples and things that you can make as well. I know we showed these on the earlier show, but I just think... Shrink plastic, that's gorgeous. I'm going to pop this in as well. Look, shrink plastic to accompany your card. If you wanted to make like little shrink plastic, jewellery, or for key charms, phone charms, whatever it may be, how lovely would that be? You put that inside the card. That's a gorgeous card.
Isn't
and
it?
it's a cracking combination of colour, isn't it?
Yeah,
Pink
it
and
is.
orange.
It's really good. It's a bit like, can I just say, it matches Cathie's jumper.
It does.
Have you noticed? It matches Cathie's
Can you
jumper.
tell? There must be a theme going on here.
I just think I've had the best time with you today. When are you back?
End of next month.
So the end of next month.
Yes.
Oh, that's no good. Thank you, darling Lolo.
Thank
Pleasure
you,
as ever.
Nigel. Thank you very much.
Get their stuff. It's about to sell out. It's going to go. Get to the website and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.